What's up, buddy? He's got a little CB. He didn't wave at me. What the hell's with that? Anyway, what are we doing today? How you doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Today, I'm going to be talking about, now that I've lived in Texas for officially almost a full year, whether it's better to own a motorcycle in Ohio or whether it's better to own a motorcycle all the way down in Texas. For the purpose of the video, I'm actually riding my favorite roads today in Ohio, Columbus specifically, where I'm located. And I'm speaking specifically to Columbus's bike scene. I'm not familiar with Cleveland or Cincinnati. I'm pretty sure Cincinnati doesn't have as big as Cleveland does, or maybe in Columbus, but again, I'm not sure. So let's get started off with a few things that I'm taking into consideration when I talk about this. Is one, how many motorcycles are there? Like, when you go out to drive, how common or normal is it going to be that you see a motorcycle? Number two, the diversity of motorcycles. What different types are you going to see when you go out and about in each of these cities and states? What are you going to see? And then three, the culture behind it. Are there a lot of shops? Is there big communities, group rides, biker gangs, etc.? Like, what's it going to look like? You can go. Finally, last but not least, we talk about the roads. What does it look like? What's there to ride on? Is it fun? Is it boring? Is it safe? And I'm just gonna be chilling around in this little Dublin district just to mention some of this, then we'll get back on the ride. So that's kind of the main things I'm gonna look at. And honestly, I think there's a lot of clear differences. I don't think in some of these aspects that it's just clear cut. A lot of these, it's very, very close. But some of them are really, really big differences. And I'm sure you can kind of imagine which ones those are by just looking and thinking. Do a little photo shoot. Congratulations. Biggest thing I notice is, I'm not going to do what I said in order, by the way. I'm just kind of going off what I said. First off, the amount of bikes you're going to see around in Ohio is not that many. It's funny because I'm in an area where you will almost always see a motorcycle scooting around, and I haven't seen, I've seen two. I saw a Harley back there. That's about it. You'll have to ride around for quite a bit to find someone. And there's another one right there, but see, it's another Harley. It can be difficult, not just to find a motorcycle, but to find people to ride with as well. It gets a little bit annoying. Meanwhile, in Texas, pretty much anytime you go out, you're going to find someone. It doesn't matter really what time of year either, because of the warm climate, you're able to ride year round down in Texas. Meanwhile, in here, that's a really cute dog. Meanwhile, in here, you really only got a couple months to do it. And even still, even if it's cold out, some guys will put on some heated gear and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. But the thing is, it snows, and you can't ride when there's snow, and you can't ride when there's ice, and it gets well below freezing in the winter here, so you're kind of screwed. Meanwhile, in Texas, it never does any of that. We did have a freeze over last winter, but that was about it. I saw guys out and riding in 30-degree weather, which, crazy enough, yeah, it got that cold in San Antonio in the winter. But even surprised me more that Texas motorcyclists were out in sub-freezing temperatures. Thank you for not killing me. Well, yeah. Alright, thank you for not killing me. Really surprised me, because I thought, at least the way that Texans have been portrayed to me, was that they're all weak little when it comes to anything below 60 degrees. And, you know, that's not entirely wrong. It's partially correct in my experience with people, but they're some tough sons of bitch. The motorcyclists are. I've seen guys out and about, I couldn't believe them. Like, what are you doing, man? It is frigid. Some of them, I don't think they even had heated gear on. I saw guys with just like 2 hoodies on. So that's the biggest difference I think here, right? You can only ride year round a couple seasons in Ohio versus you can do it year round in Texas, which means less maintenance costs for your bike. I mean, obviously, if you have more time to ride it, okay, you're using your bike more, you're replacing parts more often, you're doing regular service more often. But if you leave it in storage, you're paying for the storage, you're paying probably for a new battery if you don't have a battery tender and you're leaving it outside, as well as if you don't have a sheltered garage, you're leaving out. In Ohio, you won't only have more water to deal with for rust, but you also have salt on the roads to deal with. And you carry that from your car to your house, and if you put salt, you know, take care of ice on your walkway, or the city does it, you're getting now salt exposed to your motorcycle for more rust, longer longevity, more costs. What's up, buddy? See another Harley. Okay, so we saw a guy, but they're all kind of the same stereotype down here. Meanwhile, in Texas, you're seeing a lot more diversity when it comes to motorcycles, which kind of brings me to my second topic, is the diversity of the motorcycle community. You have makes and models from every brand. Now, I will mention that here in Columbus, Ohio, we have one of the, if not the largest motorcycle detailer, retailer, just superstore in America. Even though they sell all brands, it doesn't mean that that reflects on the motorcycle scene here in Columbus, Ohio. Because I know a lot of people who go out of state to buy bikes or go out of city, and I'm gonna show you too exactly what I mean. We're gonna go to a bike meet in Easton, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. Meanwhile, in Texas, I've seen multiple kinds of bikes, and I've seen higher qualities bikes as well. Here, the sport bike scene is small. For those who do ride sport bikes, the majority of them, another Harley guy, how you doing? The majority of those who ride, another Harley guy, how you doing? Okay, get more Harleys, but you see a theme, right? The majority of sport bike riders in Ohio, as I was saying, lower quality motorcycles. They are Facebook Marketplace bikes that are above the threshold of rideable. I don't even know if I would define them as rideable. I would not put my leg over one and ride it. They can go fast, but I don't know about brakes or stopping or any of that. In Texas, you have more sport bikes, you have higher quality sport bikes, and you have more opportunities to ride the sport bikes as well. And I'm not just talking about street roads, I'm talking about tracks. Texas has many tracks that you can practice at, private and public. Meanwhile, here in Ohio, I'm only aware of one track that's public, and it's Mid-Ohio. That's it. There's another one, I believe, towards Cleveland. I gotta tell you, Texas takes it when it comes to number of motorcycles and diversity of motorcycles easily. Every time you go out, you see different kind. Now, the culture of the motorcycle community, it gets pretty close. Ohio definitely has a motorcycle community. Like I mentioned, we have one of the biggest retailers and dealers in the world. We have access to all types of brands, all types of parts, whatever you need. But outside of that, there's not that many service providers for these different types of bikes. There's a lot of people for Harley, for Indian, for Yamaha, but for these European bikes, the BMWs, the Aprilias, the Triumphs, there are not that many accredited service providers. For example, though, I cannot find anyone who will, or sorry, not who will, I'm sure people who will say they will, or at least try, but I cannot find anyone who, for like a specialty, tunes Triumphs. Can't find them at all. It's really annoying because I wanted to get a full system exhaust for this bike at one point. I had the money ready, saved up. Looking at the tune, I was like, I don't want to pay for that, but it turns out when I researched, I couldn't even find anyone to do a tune. Really frustrating for me. I'd have to go out of state to do that, which is just more cost I don't want to spend. Meanwhile, in Texas, I know of 3 places off the top of my head that can do Triumph tunes and specialize in Triumph tunes. Or just specialize in European bike tunes as well. Really useful. Now, obviously this may be just my limited knowledge, but the point being is that it's much easier to find. It's way more accessible than here in Ohio, because I've researched a lot. I'm sure there are some people who do Triumph tunes in Ohio, or have had Triumph tuned in Ohio, but it's not that easy to find. Meanwhile, in Texas, it's very easy to find. I mentioned the rideability more. There's way more of a track scene in Texas, which means more riders riding track bikes in Texas, which means more of a community for that, meets and stuff. One of them being Circuit of the Americas, just outside of Austin, 1 hour from San Antonio where I am, where I plan to do a track day in the future. Yeah, I really want to do a Circuit of the Americas because I've been there twice for MotoGP, watched Alex Marquez win both times. This year for the sprint and the regular, and also I watched last year, who was it? It was Maverick Vinales won the regular race, the main race on Sunday. I can't remember the name of the term for that? Regular race. I don't know. I can't remember, but he won. But I really want to go on that track. It's premier. So awesome, and it's way more fitted for motorcycles as well compared to Mid-Ohio, which is more of a car racing track that's been kind of redesigned for motorcycles, but not enough runoff space for motorcycles on that track. Not that safe for motorcycles. But I'm not going to go into depth on that. That's for another time. But there's so many more meets in Texas. There is no like Iron Pony Motorsports, such a place I keep bringing up, this dealer, retailer. There's Cycle Gears, not that many, but there's a lot of dealers, a lot of providers, a lot of people who will help you out. And one thing I've noticed is bikes are cheaper in Texas. Everything in Texas is cheaper. Cost of living is cheaper, energy is cheaper, taxes are cheaper. Everything is cheaper except guns and bullets. Found that out firsthand. I pay about almost double. Look at that nice view. I pay about almost double for my ammunition in Texas for the same brand, same caliber, same grain than I do in Ohio. Wild to me, but still. This is where I crashed. I went off right there and then shoo, and popped off over right here. Everything's cheaper in Texas. There's way more access to stuff, a lot more resources to help you out, and more meets, bigger community, more riders out you see every day throughout the year. It's just amazing to me, and they're all so nice, and that goes not just the motorcycle community but Texas hospitality, which naturally motorcycle riders generally should be nice and more accepting than most people. For example, if you're stopped in your car on the side of the road, chances are you're not going to have anyone else stop to help you, at least not for a long time. Meanwhile, if you're in a motorcycle, if you're stopped on the side of the road, more than likely the first rider who's going to see you, first or second, let's say, make it fair, is going to stop and ask you if you're good, you need help with anything. I know I have, I know other people have for me. Night when I was broken down, just when I stopped on the side of the road with my buddy to take some photos of the sunset, and we had 3 people, 3 separate riders, not in group, 3 separate riders stop and ask if we were okay, if we needed help. That was in Ohio, but in Texas, they're just so friendly. So magnify what Ohio is, probably double with that Texas hospitality, Southern hospitality. It's just amazing. Great community, lots of helpful people, always willing to give you tips on where to ride, what to do. They always got the scoop too, which was great for me moving down there because I didn't know where to ride, I didn't know where to go, I didn't know which roads were fun, boring, had lots of cops on them, were dangerous. They all helped me out with that, which brings me to the roads. So the first thing I'll point out is look at this view. Isn't this amazing? Is this nice? There's a go. Sport bike guy, Jixer. That boy was quiet. That boy was quiet. He must have had stock exhaust on that. Anyway, nice, lush, green, 2-lane road. And it only took me about 15 minutes to get out here from the city. 20 from like central downtown, but 15 minutes from like the city, you know. In Texas, I'm in San Antonio, like I mentioned. To get to a road like this for me is gonna take at least 25 minutes, maybe 30. That's if there's no traffic. With traffic, I could be out for an hour before I see anything like this. I'll be stuck in the road with cars in front of me. However, lane splitting, although illegal, a lot of people still do it. Oh, do they clean this gravel? Yo, they cleaned the gravel. Hell yeah. There's usually lots of gravel on that curve. I'm always afraid of going down. But see this beautiful, this road right here? It's amazing, right? It's windy, it's curvy. There's no cops ever on this thing. I have seen some coming the opposite way on it, but there's never ever any cops just like sitting on with a speed trap. In Texas, if I'm gonna get out to something like this, it's gonna take a long time. And as well, Texas has a kind of monotone color scheme to it, which is like brown, dusty, desert kind of looking, a dry green, if that makes sense. Because lots of the plants there's not a whole lot of water. In fact, San Antonio's been in a drought for a while. So not a whole lot of this lush green tree, fauna, flora, you know, not much of that. And I didn't realize that until I went down there and I was rewatching some old videos of mine just to kind of like, you know, see like what I can improve on. And I realized like, dang, like it's really green in Ohio. And I kind of took that for granted, and it's pretty beautiful. I appreciate it now way more than I did. However, there is a downside of elevation changes. In Texas, you have a lot of different elevation changes. Now, I'm talking for San Antonio and the surrounding area specifically. I'm not talking about up north where it is much more flat, or down southwest where you're along the border of the Rio Grande. There's a lot more hills and mountains and stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking specifically about San Antonio region in the hill country. The hill country in Texas is beautiful. And when you get up there, it's just rolling hills up and down, which means windy roads, of course, because when you have flat, level BS like Ohio, everything goes straight. The only reason that road I just rode on was curvy is because this runs along a river on my left side. And the river, obviously, is windy and curvy. There's part of it right there. That's it. Every other road you go on is going to be straight. And it's like a grid. Boring, really fast, and not much to do. But there's a few of these roads like this in Ohio I found that I do ride, and I love riding them. So I'm gonna show you probably one of my favorite roads, and this is a road I do not have in Texas. And by I mean, obviously I don't have the road. I'm talking about I don't have this type of road in Texas. At least I haven't found one yet. Because Ohio roads are really well maintained relative to the Texas roads. There's a few different key changes though. Ohio roads have a lot more potholes coming out of the winter and during the winter. Well, meanwhile, Texas doesn't, because they don't have ice and snow getting under and, you know, creating those potholes when they freeze. But you also have a lot more road wear, and I think that's from the extreme heat, and their construction and infrastructure just takes forever to build. Forever. I went back after my summer break last year and saw the exact same construction projects with like no progress made, like nothing at all, compared to when I first came back. No, nothing at all has changed. Even when I left, like hardly anything has changed on that stretch of 1602. Really frustrating, because then the traffic, or the construction, just creates more traffic. Dirtier roads with more road hazards on them. Way more windy roads in Texas, way more windy roads. Texas takes the win for roads. There's never any cops on them. There's way more options to ride as well. More places to go. You can spend a whole day trip exploring new roads. The Three Sisters, I'll put an image up right here, is a very, very popular stretch of road that there's always a big group ride there every year. Not even a group ride, it's more of like a festival there for motorcyclists, where they gather, they have events, food, and you can make a whole day trip out of that. But it takes about an hour to get out there. An hour and a half if you're trying to get to the actual conjunction of the Three Sisters. For me, it's a long time to ride. And if I just want to go for a quick ride down here in Ohio, or sorry, up here in Ohio, I get to just go out, and like I mentioned, within 15-20 minutes I'm in the road like what I was just on, where it's windy, it's fun, it's nice. It's completely different than Texas, where I have to go out for an hour. I have to dedicate time out of my day to go and hit up some twisties. No, sorry, an hour out of my day to go ride. And then I spend maybe an hour and a half riding the twisties. By then my ass is so sore, you know, I have to ride an hour back to where I'm from. So it's very different. Obviously it wouldn't be the same story if I wasn't living closer to downtown San Antonio, but that's kind of where you want to be, because there's more stuff going on there. The road is brand new. They finally connected these roads. But you gotta watch out for cops. Which leads me to my next point. Police! I have to check myself in Ohio, because the cops give a shit. In Texas, I'm so used to the cops not caring at all. Literally not giving a f at all. Like if I was riding like this, they wouldn't give a shit. Ohio, they would pull me over for my foot being up like that. And it's just so annoying. There's cops everywhere you go in Ohio and Columbus. There's cops everywhere. They're always running radar. I get very, very lucky, and I know the roads they hang out on. I know the roads they don't hang out on, but even still, I gotta be on edge, because there's always a small chance that they're gonna be coming the other way, or they're coming from somewhere and they're on the same road as me. And I've always gotten super lucky. I have like a spidey sense for it, okay? Like a really spidey sense. You wanna get out, stay out of jail, ride with me. I know exactly when cops are gonna be coming up. Except one time I did not realize I wasn't thinking, and I passed a state trooper going above the speed limit, and he was going the other way though, and it was a single lane road and he couldn't turn around quick enough, so I ended up not getting pulled over. This road, however, I mean, look at this view though. You don't have this in Texas. You don't have these trees or wide spaces like this. You have sand, you have bushes, you have cacti, you have cattle ranches. Is that a cop up there? See, you gotta be careful, because I've never seen cops up here, but I always ride this first before I do a speed run, because you can never tell where they're at. I have a road like this in Texas where it's just open, not busy, and you can do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, can't do that. I love that. I just love doing that. Hearing that sound. Ah, it's great. Love this bike, man. I absolutely love this bike. I'm getting really distracting just because I love riding, man. There's a lot of roads down there where, I mean, it could literally be a track circuit. You could have races there because it's so complex. It's so windy. Really appreciate that. Meanwhile, in Ohio, we don't have as many roads like that. That's the thing. Okay, on one side you have Texas. You have more options to ride, more windier roads to ride, more people to ride with, less cops. However, it takes longer to get out there, and there's way more traffic, so you're gonna be spending more time doing that, and you can't lane split legally anymore. So even if you do it, right, say someone does cut in front of you, you clip someone, you're at fault now, and you're screwed, and now you're not only gonna get charged with the accident for being at fault, you're gonna get charged with lane splitting as well. So that's one thing. But it's in Ohio, right, easier to get to these roads, less of them, more cops, but it's different scenery too. I don't know, man. It's tough, but I think overall the Texas has got to take the win on it just because of how diverse the roads are and how many more of them there are, which I really appreciate and enjoy. What is it like where you ride? What are the roads like there? Is there a big riding community? And if so, what's the main type of bike that people ride? And should I visit? By the way, if you're in Columbus and you want to ride, and you don't really have anyone to ride with, or you have a little group, invite me, man. I love to come hang out with y'all. My only thing I will say is that I do like to keep it semi-chill. You guys can do wheelies and whatever the f you want, but for me, I just chill. Hey, you, honk, 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 honk. Yeah? No? Okay. You suck, man. I don't know what the hell. I wish they, okay. Overall though, my conclusion is Texas roads take the dub for having more of them to ride, more riders to ride with, way more resources for motorcycles, a more diverse riding community, less police who don't care about anything. For motorcycles, at least the speed-wise, they're not going to chase you. I mean, it depends on how fast you're going, right? If you're going like maybe 75 into 65, they might pull out for you. But if you're doing like 120 in a 65, they're probably not going to go after you. And you can ride year-round as well. Meanwhile, Ohio, you have less of these roads to ride. Majority of the riders in Ohio ride cruisers, the Harleys, not even much Indians, just the Harleys. There's a stereotype y'all are associated with, and it's not. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying, dude. A lot of y'all don't even wave back, which really makes me like annoyed, because like I mentioned like how nice riders are. Oh, grass clippings! Okay, almost made it. Almost not made it. I did make it. Almost went down there, boys. There's just so many stereotypes. And what I mean by sport bikes as well. By sport bikes, I'm talking about just absolutely clapped out Suzukis and Kawasaki's. Like, I mean, just ran through like a senior nursing major in college. They ride with goggles, cigarette in the mouth, and cargo shorts. I'm not even exaggerating. I have proof on one of my videos. But we're gonna go check out this meet, see if it's popping or not. Maybe there's a couple people I'll recognize, but if not, I'm just gonna leave right away. Another thing too is stop giving a f people think about you. Like I used to before, I'd go to these meets and like I wouldn't want to stay, but like, okay, I gotta stay like 10 minutes, you know, and act natural so people don't dude, no one's paying attention to you. If you pull up and it's boring, like don't even turn your bike off, just leave. I don't care anymore. I don't know any of these people, they don't know me. They don't judge me, it's whatever. I know what I'm doing. It's fine. No wave. Cool. A lot of y'all don't even wave back, which really makes me like annoyed. Annoying, man. But if you made it this far through the video, please consider subscribing. I do appreciate you clicking on it and at least give me some views. It's nice. I make these videos for fun. I'm not trying to become an influencer or anything. I just do because it's honestly the reason I got into riding was because of YouTubers doing videos just like this. So if you want to hang out, talk more, hit me up on Instagram. If you want to ride together, hit me up on Instagram as well. I'm always down to ride and say hi with y'all. What's up, dude? I like that. It has purple something really cool. Which I know there was one guy who responded to my comments recently, and by recently I mean like this year, and said, when I'm back in Columbus, hit me up. I want to ride together. And I told him, hit me up on Instagram DMs because I'm not going to exchange personal info and stuff through YouTube comments. Never heard from him. Please hit me up on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram too because I'm going to be posting more on there, behind the scenes kind of stuff. But for right now, we're going to head to this meet, so that's going to be the majority of the rest of this video. So if you want to hang out for that, see what kind of talking about the vibe of the meet and the people who hang out there, to kind of get more of an understanding of what I'm talking about, stay tuned. Whoa, holy sh**. That was an owl. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Dirt bike lunatic, there you go, crazy clips. Surprised these guys aren't going to the meet. So there's the first two sport bikes we've seen the entire video. I almost had a replication of that with the owl of the MotoGP rider going with the bird. I'll play the clip right here.
30% of the edge, and he'll get out of the way. Seagull, oh, he's nutted it. And Seagull's just been nutted by Ian One. They called him Maniac Joe. That Seagull soon found out who was boss. Yeah.
Oh, my ass, dude, it's tight. I mean, wait, no, I mean, it's like sore. I mean, no, I mean, it's like, I'm tired of sitting.
Going Reve over. Yeah, it is going to be a red card. I think it's the right decision.
Interesting. Stretched boosas, Exhibit A. This might be a pass, I believe. Holy crap. Yep. Okay, this is what I'm talking about for this is what I'm talking about for these types of meets. This is the vibe. This is the vibe. This is the people who show up. Do I feel out of place yet? Yes, I do. I feel very out of place. I feel extremely out of place. I'm gonna pass. Leave on this, man. Cute dog, cute doggy, cute doggy, cute doggy. Yep, I'm leaving this. This sucks. This very much sucks. Okay, anyway, you just saw in about 30 seconds what every bike meet is down here. It's clean. Is that a full race suit? There you go. Whoa, that's sick. Holy sh**. That bike is so cool. Wait, please. Please, I want to see that thing. That thing is nice. Holy sh**. I appreciate you. Holy sh**, dude. What? Yo, is that a triple R? The Fireblade? I think it is. I've never seen one in real life. That is so clean. I'm gonna follow this dude. Wherever he's going, I'm going. Dude. I've never seen one of these before.
Well, here you go.
Dude, did you buy it new? What's up? Is that new? Did you buy it new?
What's up?
Did you buy it new?
They have like 1,000 miles, but yeah, basically.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
Last September.
That's nice.
Got 7,000 on it, so.
It's a great starter bike.
Yeah, good bike, man.
That's great.
So much fun.
Yeah. Wow. Damn. And you got the full suit on too.
Yeah, got a match, bro.
Have you taken it to a track?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Damn. Damn, dude.
Mini motos for that. I got like ROMs and stuff that I take to the track. But
You got what?
I got ROMs and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I take to like mini moto tracks. Park tracks.
Seriously? That's sick.
This is my looker, you know what I mean?
What?
This is my looker. This is like my show vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That's insane, bro. Alright. Please tell me I gotta get this dude's Insta or something. So, I like that. That's nice. The full suit too. Bro, what is it with these guys? Looking clean. I'm just running into the cleanest bikes today. Bro, what am I... Dude, what am I? I'm running into like the cleanest bikes today in my entire life. Holy shit. With the full suits too. Do you guys know each other?
Thank you.
Okay, I'm about to say like y'all like are meant for each other. What's your name?
Alex.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Nick?
Yeah.
Rochelle.
Rochelle. Yeah, Nick. That's sick, man. Did you come down just for the meet?
No, we're just riding to ride.
Oh, got you.
I saw you had a tag.
Oh, yeah. Our gloves, they don't work as well as they used
I
to.
can't hear very well. I got plugs in.
I do too.
Yeah.
In fact, probably everyone here is like, why are you yelling? My gosh. Holy shit. Okay, well there it is. Just click follow. I've never seen, where'd you buy this from?
Pony?
Really?
Yeah, they had someone brought it in as a trade-in, and I snagged it within like 10 minutes of it coming in.
Really?
Yeah.
That's basically what I did with that too, except for private. I went to North Carolina for that. I got like 4,000 cheaper than what it should have been, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I snagged this off their, it was actually in their service room. It wasn't even out on their floor.
Yeah.
But someone sent me a picture of it because they knew I was looking for one. So I literally went in there. I was like, show me the Fireblade. They're like, what do you mean? We don't have one. And I'm like, I saw a picture. And then one dude's like, hey, I think we just got one in the back. So they take me to the back. And I'm like, dude, let me sign the papers.
Dude,
so,
holy shit. But I'll let you get back to it, man. But
dude, yeah, well, hey, we're going to take off.
appreciate you talking. Nice to meet you.
Jump and maybe we'll link up and ride.
Dude, yeah, for sure. I'm down for anything.
All right, bet. All right, take it easy, man. Right safe.
Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you sticking around this far into the video. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Like I mentioned, I do this for fun. I don't care. But let me know what you want to see, because I do want to make content you guys do want to see and do enjoy. So if you dislike it, at least give me something they want to talk about, or something I can change. You know, if I yap too much, tell me I yap too much. If I don't talk enough, tell me I don't talk enough. You don't like I talk, and tell me that. I don't really can't change that, but you know, that's about it.